You good, fam?
I'm good, man.
Well, all right. I mean, we are rolling. It's Mike Beasley, as you can see. Hey, uh,
Mhm.
Cam's next to me. Ash is below him, and to the left of Ash, we got our special guest Octane from the Henny and Coke podcast with Shaking
What's
Breath.
going on? It's good. It's
Hey,
good.
and this is episode 7 of BC's Lounge, BC's Lounge podcast, BC's Lounge 2.0, BC's Lounge season 2. However you want to refer to it, we're on video now. You know what I mean? You can see us every week
hmm
on
hmm
Sundays. Check the little ticker below. Go follow everybody on the Jones. Um, Here's all of our little ads. We're gonna be displaying those throughout the evening, so you can follow us on all the mediums if you so choose. And on the bottom, we got a word from our sponsors. Means go shop
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out
meanstm.com.
to Means.
I
Go.
should get the skateboards, right? Let me get the skateboards.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Why not?
go follow them. They do a lot of wavy playlists on Apple Music, and follow us on Spotify. Beasley's Lounge. We do a playlist with all of our.
I don't got my
Excuse
mic
me.
on. You can shop these.
Yeah. Cam's still talking about the skateboards,
Yeah,
but
don't
yeah,
worry.
Beasley's Lounge also does a playlist on Spotify with all of our past guests that are artists. Obviously, go check out some of their heat. We update that regularly, but
Mm.
we here. Um, let's get into it, guys. We got a little bit to talk about. Obviously, we're gonna talk some Corona related content. I don't know whose dog that is, but
Sorry, that is
it's
my
all
dog.
it's all good. It's all good.
Somebody is at the door, probably.
Oh, all right, I feel it. I feel it. But before we get into these topics, how's everybody holding up mentally, man? We we still quarantining. You know
I
what I mean?
mean, I just got furloughed on Monday, so I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Mm.
And
Shit, kinda rough.
for those of us that aren't as intelligent as you can, what does that mean?
What I, I got a job, but I don't have a job right now.
I got you.
That's layman's terms.
All right, fair
Got you.
enough.
It's a floating job.
It's not really, and it's not necessarily like.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm not.
like, are you laid off?
Nah, I'm still
No. Oh,
employed.
okay.
They just,
They not. You're
I
not
can't.
working, and they're not paying you.
Yeah, basically.
Got you. Okay. Because yeah,
Sorry.
I
So,
remember
It's like
that.
the spot is there, but you just can't actively work in that spot.
yeah,
Well,
basically. That's
well, see,
basically
because
what
for
it is.
me, that's like that word furlough is kind of like a new term for me. Because during the government shutdown, that was like when I first started my job, and so
Mm,
like people were getting furloughed,
mm.
and I was like, oh damn, what does that mean? And then TSA showed us what it was all about. For sure.
Yeah, man. A lot of people getting their jobs furloughed. I'm not furloughed or anything. My job hasn't been affected really at all through this whole thing.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so I still got my what I'm saying, my work uniform right now. I just gotta
Out here,
otherwise, you know
dedication,
what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah, still
fresh.
definitely got my mask though because I was telling you earlier, I'm a landlord, so I basically deal with people. Like sometimes I got to go up in buildings and stuff like that, so I'm always just on guard. I got my mask on the deck, so
Mm.
And
protect
luckily,
myself as
and
much as
luckily,
possible.
nobody went on rent strike at your building. So
Yeah, nobody's going on rest strike except for the people that were already, you know what I'm saying,
now,
not
now
not
about the
paying
Bullshitting.
it.
bigger reason.
Yeah, that's
The
one thing
normal
that messed me
bullshit.
up.
Shout to
Yo,
them
bro.
though.
Same shit.
Shout to them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, it is what it is. I don't get mad at them. That's not my area. That's not my thing. Even to
Sure.
to feel it emotionally, but you know what I'm saying. I had some people they was out the door about to go to court, and then in March they was like, yeah, court shut down. So
God
some of them
bless.
people, they've been squatting, but you know,
I ain't mad at them. I do the same shit.
yeah, most
Yeah,
people
man.
would.
What
You
about
know
you,
what
Ash? How you hanging up?
I mean?
It's a day at a time still. That's like the easiest
Y'all
way I
can't
can
hear
put
Ashley.
how I feel.
Nah. Oh, hey, Ash. I don't think Octane can hear you. Jump out and jump back in real quick.
What?
Hey, I can't hear her. I was trying to. I don't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to be interrupted, but I
It's all
definitely
good.
want to hear what she had to say.
It's all good, man. We work
Mhm.
through these. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all
Gotta
good.
find a good
We'll
spot to
throw
put my phone down.
we'll throw her back in the joint when she jumps back in. She be good to go,
Word.
and then we'll jump back in these topics.
Hey, you got your
Yeah.
package? Oh, okay.
Everybody getting packages. That's one
Facts.
thing. Ain't stopping. That mail.
All right, I'm about to add her back now.
Can you hear me now?
All right, bet. All right. We good to go. Good to go. All right. But so Ash, you were saying you just taking it one day at a time. I see you went out for a little walk in the sun yesterday.
I did yesterday because it was great weather, and I was like, I at least have to go to the park and get out the house.
Right.
So, that's
It's
what
all
I
good.
did.
It's all
But
good.
I bought my little exercise bike, and it's here, so I'm getting my cardio in.
Shot the Peloton. I think
It's
That's the
not
bike.
good though.
That's the bike.
that's the company, yeah, right?
That's
No,
the bike with the
I didn't
TV,
get a
right?
Peloton.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just lost Oktane for a second. He'll jump back in.
That's all right. Yo, is there anything that you guys missed from just being outside?
Yeah, it's definitely
Just
stuff that I
honestly, the
missed.
freedom to go to restaurants.
Good, bro.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, we were just talking about stuff that we missed. You said the freedom to go to restaurants. You know what I
Yeah,
miss?
I love food.
Yeah.
Food, and I don't mind cooking a little bit, but like every day.
Beef. I miss beef patty with cocoa bread. I miss
Ooh.
curry goat, and I miss oxtail. You know what I'm saying? That's what I miss.
Damn.
For
Ain't
sure.
no Jamaican spots open around where you at though?
Bro,
At all.
I live in a suburban environment. It's not happening, and I'm not in Maryland, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Ain't too many of my people in this area, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We'll address that at a later date.
You gotta cook it. I'll send you a recipe.
Yeah, my mom sent me a fire jerk chicken recipe. I'm gonna work that out too. I gotta get that.
I mean,
that
it goes
rocking.
either way.
But I don't know where the hell.
It could be a learning experience for you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely got to learn how to make my own beef patties. That'd be fire. But
And then for real, think about it. Like,
Gotta change the
saving
game.
mad bread. You're saving money.
That's real life facts 5. Shit. Let's get into these topics, man.
Get it.
Artists are still dropping music. The Baby just put out an album. Young Thug and Chris Brown about to come out with a 60 song joint collab on Cinco de Mayo.
Please don't be a million songs.
But I mean, I guess the question is, I mean, is it a good idea for any artist to put out good music, considering the fact that music is more or less the soundtrack to our lives?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us like to listen to music outside, in the car, at the club.
Right.
I mean, but
What y'all think?
you just won't be going to the club. You can still get in your car and drive around and listen to music. You can still dance in your house. There's mad other applications. The music don't just got to be a club thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like people are at home enough now to where, like, if you have a quality project, it's definitely gonna get played. But it does depend on the type of content you put out there. Like you said, like the club feel. If can't nobody go to the club right now, and you're an artist that does that up tempo type of music, you might not want to put out a project, but you still do have TikTok where people go and dance on. You know what I'm saying? So
Fucking hate TikTok.
Nah, TikTok is amazing.
So Oktane, I already told you. I've told Cam and Ash, but I'm gonna let you know that once all this coronavirus stuff is over and we're back actually like able to be outside, I'm gonna start a petition to have TikTok banned from the United States.
Why?
Really,
I hate it
because
it's amazing.
Right. That's just me. That's just me getting old, man. That's just me getting old, man. That's it.
I'm gonna just send you some compilations.
I can't stunt, bro. I can't lie. I do get tired of waking up for like the last 2-3 weeks, and every time I wake up, it's like somebody doing this. Walking back, like, yo, bro, it's like every day it's somebody waking up in the morning. There's at least 5 people ready to dance and do something in front of the damn camera. I'm like, all right.
And Beyonce just added about 6 more months to that Savage challenge, unfortunately.
You only think it's gonna be 6 months? It's a lot more than that.
I have not heard the song at all. Is it good?
It's a decent record.
Beyonce, man.
And you can still have the club in your house. Buy some rights.
Yeah, yo, man, people are being so creative nowadays. Like, I feel what you're saying, Ken. Like, you can really there's avenues for these things that we thought that we needed to have. You know what I'm saying? Certain experiences, but not to say making it in your house is everything. But you can literally like you don't need all the theatrics of actually being outside or going.
Yeah, you don't.
Really,
I mean, look at what we're doing right here.
Exactly.
Right.
Having a conversation.
Yeah, you don't need all the extra theatrics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I will say this. I disagree with all you guys. I think that putting out music. This is my opinion. I think that putting out music during this time, especially if you're like a major artist, can be a bad idea. And here's why. Right. For me, I don't know about y'all, but when I listen to music, like I get taken back to certain times when I first got introduced to said music, right? For example, when I listen to albums like Diplomatic Immunity, Purple Haze, shit like that takes me back to like my teenage years. And I get like visceral memories from that. What's gonna happen with a lot of this music that you listen to, this shit gonna bring you right back to fucking coronavirus vibes.
Yeah, so you can't avoid that. There's gonna be movies. There's gonna be for the rest of our lives. We are always gonna come back to this point. Just like walking wildlife. I could hear something or smell something. It takes me back to 9/11 or from when I was a child. It just happens. I mean,
I'm just saying.
Plus, people want to be entertained. They can still get the music. They still buying it. It's good. It's good business.
The only thing that they missing out on is the actual experience of having a concert. And I will say this, that you know how videos fuel a lot of like singles and stuff like that. So it's hard for artists, especially if you collabing to be able to do some shit.
But check this out.
You can't really do it. You can't even make a visual for it.
The Baby did.
Now check this out though.
Wasn't he like spraying himself down with Lysol or some
that
crazy
was
shit?
That was retarded.
But that's like you know, it's not like it's still not it's not a video, you know what I mean? Like that if he had the opportunity to be outside, he would make a whole different video.
One thing I will say that I love about this coronavirus wave and like the artists is all the cover artwork of all of them with N95 masks on. I personally love it. I think that shit is great. This man, Young Dolph, went back and edited all of his projects. He edited every project to put a mask on him. It is great. I love it.
Genius.
I love it. I love it, man. I swear.
Yo, B, check it out. You can still get the vibes. You know what I mean? You could take a flight down to Florida. You know, it's only gonna be $10.95. You go down to Florida and dance on the beach with people. I mean, they nachos and everything. You know what I mean,
you got options.
Yeah,
you got options. You risk your life, but you got options.
What are you watching in the background? What the fuck is that?
Oh, I was watching the TED Talk about our one of our later topics. Let me get that out the way. Sorry, guys. What you think of all the crazy shit? Yo, but man, speaking of YouTube, yo, bro, I've been watching some wild ass shit on YouTube, dog. 60 Minutes Australia, A1 content. Yes.
What is what is that?
It's the Australian version of 60 Minutes.
What makes it different?
It's Australian niggas.
Doing what?
Doing 60 minutes.
Just doing their normal life.
Is it like entertaining, like in a funny way? Is it?
Nah, ain't nothing funny about it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the topics is wild. The topics is wild, bro.
It just cover Australian stuff, American stuff. Okay.
You're gonna have to shake it, come right back. Your screen is.
Yeah, I'm about to boot you out the joint real quick. Come back.
Yeah. Listen, what? That's what you choose to watch? You can watch a TikTok for 20 minutes. You get mad content right there.
Oh.
You want to watch what's going on in Australia? Somebody got kicked in the leg by a kangaroo.
A dingo ate your baby.
Exactly. Koala bears on the loose. I'm not. I don't want to watch any of that. That
That's
sounds
fine.
like
So much
bullshit.
going on in Australia, man. I didn't
They're
even
gonna put out the Koala King. You know
That's a wild thing.
Yo, I don't even want to see what that shit would be about.
what I'm saying? Nah, but I mean, all right, but I mean, I guess having some new music to
You need
distract us
something.
from
You
what's
need
going
Bro,
on.
think about it. If we didn't have any new music right now, like it would be really. I mean, I've been going back to old projects and stuff like that and listening to them, but I do that anyway. But
look.
I'm glad that people put out some new content that was actually good.
The
It might,
luxury of all of this is we got more time to do other things. We're not in the constant rat race.
Yeah,
Like
that's
not.
what.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying that's what I was gonna say. As far as I think it's fine to put new music out right now because if you think about it, like we act for those people that just never have a moment to sit down and listen to something, they don't get to projects normally until like 2 months after it drops. You know, just normal shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's like right now, you literally just have the time to sit, actually listen to it. You know, you're not depending on what you got to listen to it on. You may or may not have a nice system, but regardless, it's just like they can actually listen to everything, take it in, process it because they just have the time now.
That's
And
fair.
you know, you can't tell me if someone like Drake dropped a album right now that we all wouldn't be happy besides Mike. So,
I mean, I would listen. I mean, I wouldn't be excited like, oh, Drake dropped. Fuck. But I would listen for
I
sure.
can't hear any of y'all now.
I would absolutely listen for sure. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I have to switch my headphones.
But yeah, man. I mean, look like we having a little bit of technical difficulties. Bear with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that time. Nah, he dealing with packages and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. Make sure we get some music. Make sure it's good, guys. If you're gonna give it to us, that's all I'll say. Because we got plenty of time to sit and listen and critique. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. Like we got plenty of time to sit, listen, and critique what's going on. So people better be on point with what they delivering us. You know what I mean?
Nah, they do.
Yeah.
They really do. That's why I'm like looking at it too. Like if you pay attention to the types of artists that are putting out the music, it is kind of the better quality artists anyway. And then like take for example, like all them turn up artists that really just depend on their performances. I feel like they're not going to put out any content right now.
Oh yeah, this would be the worst time.
It's a shot in the foot.
Be the worst time.
It would be the most. It really would be the worst time to put out music because you got people doing weird shit. Like when I saw Lil Pump shave his eyebrows, I'm like, those type of artists like him, they're not putting out that type of music. They're not gonna do it.
They looking for the content though.
Yo, their careers might be over.
Yeah, a lot of people's pockets about to get exposed. A lot of their pockets about to get exposed.
I mean, they already are. I mean, you see artists popping up making OnlyFans accounts now.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to OnlyFans.
Yeah,
are they publicly traded?
Nah, not yet.
Damn.
Wow.
No, not yet. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see
It
how
will
it
be.
goes.
It will be.
Let's talk about some people whose pockets are definitely hurt, and those are the good folks over at South by Southwest. Or is it?
Ooh.
Or is it? South by Southwest, they just got hit with a class action lawsuit by some people who purchased passes for this year's event that got canceled because South by Southwest is not giving them any refunds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'll win this lawsuit? And if so, what kind of implications do you think this is going to have for like other festivals?
All right, let me
forward this year and in the future potentially like actually having to revisit their yo Cam hit mute if you're going to do that, but actually like having to revisit their return policies, so to speak, or refund policies, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not too educated on that type of law with class action lawsuits. But I think, look, if they were having South by Southwest next year and it was guaranteed, I think it might be more on the side of South by Southwest. But since they're talking about not having festivals potentially till the fall of 2021, like open, like real open festivals like that,
right?
I think they're gonna end up having to take the L on that and refund people their tickets.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing: they're gonna lose, right? South by Southwest is gonna lose, along with many other things are gonna lose, but they're not. People are not gonna get back their full refund. That's just not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
They're gonna get back a percentage. They're gonna get back a percentage of that.
Right.
Maybe if that. You ever just be on your phone sometimes? It'd be like AT&T just gave you something for a class action lawsuit, and it'd be for $1.19. You had no fucking idea.
You had nothing to do with it.
All right.
That's how they work.
Mm-hmm. So it's
that
like
money,
you get put into the pool by default, whether or not you bought a ticket. But like you just said, like you getting a percentage of your ticket back.
No, I'm pretty sure like everybody that bought a ticket is gonna get looped into this lawsuit, right?
Yeah, but they're not getting that full thing back.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so in the event that the plaintiffs win the lawsuit, whatever the judgment is, that's gonna have to get bust down between them two and everybody else that got tickets.
Exactly. Not only that, it's not gonna hurt it's not gonna really hurt South by Southwest. In the short, it's gonna hurt, but not in the long run. Time keeps moving forward. This will eventually be done.
Yeah.
And then it'll be back to business.
I mean, but then again, I mean, but let's think about it. I mean, do you really think South by Southwest has the money to deal with a class action lawsuit?
Yeah, because they don't just deal with
if they didn't have the ability to provide people refunds to begin with.
They're locked in with the industry.
Yeah, their industry cornerstone, and it's not just music; it's movies, it's tech.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bunch of stuff. Shit, they got the city of Austin backing them. It's a lot.
Yep, I'm talking about restaurants. You're talking about just businesses, periods that sponsor them. That They can handle a class action lawsuut.
Absolutely.
Is somebody typing?
It sounds like
I think something's going on with the generator outside of
it sounds like
my lights are flickering, but that doesn't feel like it would have anything. I hear what you're hearing though too.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Cam, is that you?
No.
It's like crackling.
It's probably because of the weather, man. We're probably having some
weird connections.
Just some weird connections. But I mean, it's all good. We'll keep it moving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see the lights now.
But I think
you sound
they built, man. South by Southwest built. They're gonna be there when everything dies down. And I think certain people, the people that are making the most noise, they might have trouble when South by Southwest comes back for whatever their business is, if they want to be a part of it. But I don't, you know what I mean?
If they're even still in business by the time it comes back,
they will be. They're backed by the industry, bro.
I'm just saying, man. You never know, man. You never know what's gonna occur.
Nah, you're right. You're right about that. But by the time they have to come back, they're gonna kill because people are gonna be fiending. They're gonna be chomping at the bit to come out.
Them tickets going to skyrocket.
Yeah, and then I can sell it for double what it was originally worth. Can you imagine?
I hope they don't try that.
Greed is good.
I mean, but you also got to keep in mind, like, hey, nobody has jobs and people are just now getting back to work. So, do you think it'd be the smartest thing to double your ticket price?
They might not even. I just think the demand is going to be so high.
Yeah,
sure, I get that. I get that,
and that's the only reason why it's going to be higher because the demand will be through the roof.
Sure.
Plus, if they lose the class action lawsuit, they got to recover from that. So
it's such a trail. Everything that gets affected by these certain festivals or these certain things by the time they get big enough. So even down to the airlines, look how many tickets they losing out on selling this year and next year probably for South by Southwest.
So you know, there's very few festivals that's gonna be hurt by this. Like
Rolling Loud still gonna be around. Coachella's still gonna be around.
The big ones are gonna still be here. The smaller ones though, they're gonna they're hurt.
If they missed the boat, if you didn't have your festival early this year,
not even if you didn't have it early this year, like you just can't sustain what all of this bought. So you're just gonna lose out. You can't, and you're not gonna be able to recover. Coachella can literally not do its thing for 2 years and come right back like nothing ever happened, and still make a killing. It's that. Matter of fact, it's not that big. It's the biggest festival. Period.
Yeah. I feel you. I think make a fair point.
I think they're gonna find a way to do something though to have artists perform. Like even if it's down to like sending them a whole room setup or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to have conscious with they sponsors, the logo sponsored on the background or something like that. I don't know. It's about to get different. Everything's gonna be online though. Everything is gonna be. And then it's gonna start being those memberships and subscriptions you're gonna have to subscribe for.
That's gonna absolutely become the thing.
Yeah. Subscribe to my Only Festival.
I was telling my man that I work with this DJ named Andrew Hypes, and I was kind of like, yo, bro, yeah, everything is cool with y'all doing the free Instagram live joints, the Facebook, and asking people for the, you know what I'm saying, Cash App and all that. But it's gonna get to a point where y'all gonna be like, you know what? You gotta pay to get into my DJ, into my, you know what I'm saying, to my my party or whatever.
Somebody hasn't figured it out yet, but somebody will.
It's in the works. It's gotta be. But that's what it's about to be, yo. Like your favorite DJ, you got to really pay to see them DJ.
Yeah, I mean they can't keep doing that shit. They can't keep doing that shit for free. They got bills, man.
Yeah. And I do work every, you know what I'm saying, all week. I still my like I said, I haven't really been affected. So I do, like, on the weekends when I listen to DJs, I hit their Cash App. You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's what's up.
You better than me because I'm going right to my hacking friends and my scammer friends. Send the link. Send that link up.
Send the link.
Send the link.
Link me right now, ASAP.
I mean, it's smart too. That's for sure smart.
But I mean, I do agree that a lot of things are gonna a lot more things are gonna take place online than ever before, for sure.
It's happening now. Shout out to the Travis Scott.
That
was amazing.
Fortnite thing, that Fortnite thing last week.
That shit was crazy. That's like actually one of the most like innovative things I've seen come out of this thus far. Yeah. If not the most innovative thing I've seen come out of it.
It's the biggest one.
And I'm looking forward to seeing more. And like I feel like a lot of this is just showing more and more how much hip hop moves the culture, all culture. It just is the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like we really at the forefront of all this. Like all them TikTok dance challenges come from hip hop. Ain't nobody doing no dance challenges to K-pop, even K-pop. You know what I'm saying? Like no, it's hip hop. Like that's what's really moving it. So I think the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? Hov said it best when he said, all we blacks got is sports and entertainment. And you know what I'm saying? But it's just like that thought of like, yo, if you got something and this is what's really driving stuff, keep pushing it. And that's what we do. Like we know how to entertain ourselves. We got to keep it moving.
Keep creating this and the third. That's the people that's going to really win throughout all of this. The creator.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Wait till they start doing the Garth Brooks TikToks. Country gonna come through heavy. I ain't even ready for that.
The only country TikTok they doing is Lil Nas X Old Town Road.
Still?
I'm just saying, if there was a country song, it would be that.
They can do it. They can play my son Rumor.
Who?
Rumor. You don't know Rumor? I'll send it to you.
Please.
It's the best song of 2020 thus far.
All right. The best song, Rumor.
I heard you.
All right, send me that.
Well,
do that right now.
We could switch gears here. You know what I'm saying? It's Mike Beasley, episode 7, Beasley Zone's podcast. We're here with Oktane from Henny Coke, and the reason why Oktane from Henny Coke podcast is here with us is because I saw an interesting tweet of his on timeline the other day, and it was something along the lines of, I used to want to have daughters until social media, and I
killed it for me.
I asked him to killed it for you. Yeah, I asked him to elaborate, and he said, that would take up a whole podcast episode. And one of my trusty co-hosts, Cam, reminded him we have the time. So let's take some time. Let's get into it, man. What was the whole reasoning behind making that statement?
It was a spur of the moment tweet, but it's something that was on my brain already. I'm like, I don't knock anybody for getting their money. I don't knock anybody for expressing themselves.
Before you do go into this, like, just remind everybody, you do have kids.
Oh yeah, I'm a father of 3 sons. I tried to go for a daughter, it did not pan out for me. So yeah, I have 3 sons. They're running around my crib right now.
Shout out to the pick me them.
Yeah, Kamari, Kai, and Elijah. You know what I'm saying? They're a wild bunch. But yeah, man, like I think it was one of those days, yo. I was just scrolling down my timeline. I'm like seeing OnlyFans here. Niggas ain't shit here. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Just all over the place. And I'm like, damn, yo, I don't feel like, I just don't see it personally myself. And I think it's in conversations that maybe certain guys have with girls. But like openly on social media, it's like, it's just open season on dudes. Just open season. And like, I'm like, we don't really comment as much on, I don't feel like we comment as much on what females do or have that same energy that they bring to social media that we do, like the judgment and all that. Like, yo, y'all do a lot of shit on there. Like, girls twerking all day, not giving a shit.
I'm backing off this one for a second.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna let you state your piece.
Nah, I don't want to travel too far down the road, and I don't want to sound misogynistic.
No, I got you.
Let misogyny ring.
I just feel like.
Don't forget you got a whole female right here.
I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are here.
And then that femininity ring.
But
femininity. I said it right. Whatever.
The tweet I sent out was just based off of, damn, it's a lot of shit going on that females post. Niggas don't say nothing about. And y'all just go off and go off and go off and go. I'm like, god damn, like nothing. It just don't slow down. If a man says anything, we say it the wrong way. It's like, no, the energy is never right when we want to step in and defend ourselves. So I don't even know how I would even be able to raise a daughter in this environment that's going on. It's a challenge. It's got to be a challenge, bro. So it was a thought that sparked in my mind, and I was like, damn, yo, social media ruined it. It's just too much going on, yo. So much influence out there, yo.
So much influence. Ashley, please respond.
Yeah, please, because I got.
Well, I have to clarify first, because from what I hear, and you have to correct me because I need to know if I'm interpreting this correctly.
Yes.
Is that you, are thankful or grateful or don't know if you want to raise a daughter in this current economy because you feel like all women do is
not all
man.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't want to say all women. I'm sorry if I said that. I don't want to put all y'all in one box.
Well, no, I'm not the person that's going to be like, oh my God, you said all. No, that's not going to be my point when I do have it.
Okay.
But I want to. Your reasoning for saying that is you feel like a bunch of women man bash.
Yeah. Heavy man bashing. It's like heavy man bashing, but then like y'all want to be in love too. It'd be the craziest energy ever. It's like what y'all put out. It's like nigga, but still you want somebody to DM you for real. It's just like if you're not getting it from the right guy, it's like fuck y'all. All right. Oh, there he go. And now y'all.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything's wrong with it.
Wait.
I'm just gonna probably curve and go the other way. I usually don't. Go ahead.
Ash, you gotta finish because you was going. I know where you going, but I didn't know.
Well, no, because I thought the point of this was to say that you are afraid to raise a daughter in that economy, and my first thing is daughter or son, they both would be in that dating realm. You know what I'm saying? Like in the midst of, if your son, say he's on the reverse end of seeing mad women say, yo, men are trash, like he's probably not going to care, and he's probably still going to try to pursue that girl. Now, for raising your children, it's like ultimately you can influence her to be like, yo, men are not actually trash. Find someone like your dad. I treat women good, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I'm just like, as far as raising them, I don't really see the effect that would necessarily have.
You don't see how social media would still influence?
No,
Even me
social
being
media. I'm a social media manager, just like you, so I know exactly what you're saying. However, for people listening, when you're simply putting the word social media, that's a realm. That's underneath an umbrella of shit under social media. Now, if you have
right now.
specific examples, like men bashing is one thing. Her twerking on a pole to get, Tory Lanez to send her a cash app, that's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things, but they're both on social media. And one I find to be a little bit worse than a woman telling her opinion about a man.
Truth. That's true.
That's all.
I started with the parents and I went off that way. But yeah, seriously, like it's just like, damn, yo, and the desperation of it, like with the OnlyFans thing is like, I'm getting it, but I'm like, it's gonna be a point where, you know what I'm saying, all this is over.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is done. Niggas done screenshotted all of your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do your OnlyFans anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the choice. I'm not judging. That's the choice you make. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That goes back to like my parenting, like the thing about raising a daughter. Like, goddamn, like I would never want my child to feel like you got to do this.
She can't come to you for help, and she got to resort to getting the OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's just I could just feel the disappointment over.
Nah, but why?
So many fathers right now.
You don't know. Yo, hold on. But you don't know that for sure. You don't know. I don't know. What? I wouldn't even claim to know. Two things here though. Number one.
Wait, know what?
Know what?
To know if he's upset that his daughter is on Twitter talking like this. I have no fucking idea.
No. I'm talking about OnlyFans.
Even then, I still don't know.
But I mean, let's be real about a situation like that. I mean, I'm gonna make the assumption that OnlyFans isn't allowing underage content creators.
Let's hope that for number one.
That makes that kind of content, because I mean, OnlyFans, you can do whatever on there. But
it's not just for.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
it's 40, yo, bro. It's niggas in their early 40s that's daughters got OnlyFans page and their homeboys is subscribing to them joints. I'm telling you.
But hey, but I mean, it's the same thing as like.
It's a fact though. They nasty.
It's the same thing as like them seeing said person's daughter working at a strip club. I mean, ain't nothing different about that. No, you're right.
And it depends on the OnlyFans page. I think it's girls don't have to just get on there and show it all. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the levels, but if you want more money, you got to show more. So
it's the oldest profession in the world.
Oldest, yeah. And you see, I'm just saying. You see how that's what's the biggest thing popping right now.
But it's the oldest profession in the world.
And it's always gonna be.
It is always selling. It is always hitting. This shit is always shooting. Two things.
Is there a double standard?
Nah, two things. Well,
is it double standard for the guys that got OnlyFans?
No.
We judging dudes on OnlyFans page.
Yo, listen, but I hate the double standard. I hate the double standard argument because double standards just exist, bro. They exist for men just as much as they exist for women. It's just it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
The parenting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you don't gotta have your kids on there. Drake was right. I don't want y'all to be seeing my kids, and I don't want my kids seeing all of this. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And you, as the parent, control all of that. That's number one. That's number one. Number two. Anytime I get on social media, it's entertainment. It's purely entertainment. And sometimes, just like watching TV, there's mad channels I just flick through. I'm not listening to them. Something might be interesting. I go, but usually I'm clicking through that. Or I'm speaking to people that I know, or saying an opinion that I had. Other than that, bro, I don't be paying no mind to anybody.
Parental controls exist for a reason.
Yeah, there's that too.
You could give your child a fucking Boost Mobile
Not to
Nokia,
mention,
flip phone Nokia.
not to mention, not to
Only call, like that's all I'm giving you this phone for is to call me in emergencies. You know what I'm saying?
not to mention there's different.
But I also do acknowledge that like we're in a different time and age where it's like 8-year-olds have iPhone 10s.
Yeah, but you all.
It's very scary time.
It's
Yo,
different. I mean, I get
very
it.
scary time.
But are there different? Are there different sections of Twitter and IG?
Different sections of them.
I wholeheartedly believe there's different sections.
No, but that's where the monitoring comes into play. You really gotta be more on top of it. You gotta be like, yo, let me see your phone. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I snatch my oldest son's phone up all the time.
All right, so how old is he?
Oh, he's about to be
come
14.
your computer.
He just got a phone.
Okay, but he's about to be 14. I can understand that for a 14-year-old, for a teenager, a child that's 7 or 8. I don't think their mind is not even.
Bro, we're not.
You don't think so?
I'm not talking.
Hold on. They have questions, no doubt. But when I was 7 or 8, I wasn't thinking about it. I wanted to watch basketball all day long. I wanted to be outside all day long.
But if you got exposed to it faster, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the kids are getting exposed to it faster nowadays because they have the access to all this shit.
Nah, because it was
a 7-8-year-old is gonna see more things than when we were 7-8.
Nah, it always existed, bro. It was just different for us.
Bro, like you had to find your uncle's dirty porno mag under a bed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, back in the day. But now,
hold on,
your kids,
depending on
the parent that gave their kid that phone at 7, 8 years old, and they got the older brother or sister that let them watch stupid shit on their phone, come to your kid, and then now your kid's seeing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to go under the mattress, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you're right about that. But here's the point: once I found it, or once I wanted to find it, I found that shit. Nobody could have stopped me.
Yeah.
I found that shit.
Yeah.
And the same thing's happening now. It's just that the platform is right here in your hand. You don't got to sneak into a room. You don't got to come. Personally, I feel like we were smarter about it because we had to do all types of jujitsu just to get the thing that we shouldn't be looking at right now.
It wasn't so easy.
It wasn't easy, but that doesn't stop. That doesn't stop anybody's drive. If you wanted it, and you was gonna do everything you could to get it, short of hurting yourself or hurting somebody else.
Right.
Personally, is it scary? You know, I don't got no kids, so I would assume that it's scary.
It's a scary environment, period, right now, raising children. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just the influences out here, and like especially with girls, I feel like girls' influences they're so mental. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a lot of stuff, like you have so many judgments that y'all have to deal with outside of what niggas really care about. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like looks, or you know what I'm saying, your looks, your brains. Definitely, if you're a black woman, you fucking got to deal with everything in the world to weight on your shoulders. So like, it's really a hard place in time to be raising children right now.
I still don't think so. They could be in factories.
I don't know where you. I do not know where. I don't know where that was going with.
That's just my thoughts on it. I think
they could be. Ass dropped out.
Nah, man. She was the source of that feedback. Because as soon as she dropped out, everything cleared up.
It's already text.
You know what I'm saying? I hit her.
Oh, all right.
I hit her up.
Listen.
Nah, I mean, I feel both of y'all, man. Like, I'm not a dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be one. So I'm not even gonna sit and pretend like I know what you go through on a daily basis, because I don't. I just don't.
Right.
I was just curious. I wanted to get your perspective. You know what I mean?
And don't ever get me wrong, anyone. I love women, and if I have a daughter, I'm gonna love my daughter. I ain't gonna be mad if I have a daughter. Actually, will be excited if I have a daughter. But
you shouldn't even. That shouldn't even be up for questioning.
Yeah, that shouldn't have to be.
But it really was. It really was a tweet.
Right.
It was,
right.
It was something that was on my mind. But for real, man. Like, I got mad respect for women.
There was something there.
I'll speak your mind. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
That's what it's for. That's what all of that. That's what social media is for. To go in there, it's everybody in a town hall and they're just yelling shit out.
Yeah.
And then somebody eventually is like, "That's interesting," and then they sit there and talk to you. That's all it's for. I mean, I
wanted to talk about it too. I was like, "Oh shit, he's fucking with it." All right. It's like,
no, because I mean, this type. I've had these kinds of conversations with people, but we didn't. None of us have kids, so I mean, none of us can really like. None of us can really speak any kind of truth in this situation, because it's like it's all like what we think we would do, and then by the time any of us end up having kids, technology and society would have accelerated 100-fold by then. So it's like ain't no telling what type of shit we gonna have to deal with.
And that's another thing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm saying about like the whole, what I was telling with Cam, like the whole phone thing. Like, I have 3 kids, man. I didn't see, you know what I'm saying, before. I waited till my old son was 12 before he even got a phone. You know what I mean? And I've seen kids younger than him with phones in. You know what I'm saying? Like how they are. Kids are way more advanced because of how much technology they do have. So I'm not discouraging anyone from having kids. Like having children is beautiful. Recreating is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Let your legacy live on forever. But I'm just saying, you got to be cautious out here. You got to be very cautious. There's a lot of stuff that's getting thrown at them that you can't really keep up with. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to manage it because you in it too. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in the social media age. We at the start of it. You know,
it starts with us. Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, like my oldest son too. Like he tried to think that I don't know certain stuff. I'm like, bro, I know everything that's on these things. Bro, I started social media. You're not gonna tell me?
Yeah, we started this shit. Like, what you mean? Nah, it's a whole lot of stranger danger going on out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that was actually one of the 60-minute Australia joints I was watching. Oktane, I'm gonna send you that joint. It's this dude in London, right?
Yeah.
He's like the British Chris Hansen. Like, so he does like To Catch a Predator type of deals where he'll appear to be like a 13-year-old or like a younger girl on the net.
Yeah.
And lure these middle-aged to older men. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll expose them when they link up in person.
Yeah.
He'll be like, oh, you Todd? Oh, look, I'm getting all your info and I'm sending this to the police. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
But the crazy part is the cops, they want him to stop because people is actually like running down.
And like the pedophiles?
Yeah.
So?
Nah, yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Man, do not touch kids, bro. Like, I can't stress that enough.
Die slow.
Yes.
Nah, I was watching this. I was like, man, this dude's a hero. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a drunk. He used to be he didn't used to be. He's a drug addict. He doesn't use anymore, but I mean,
yeah, he probably
they're always in recovery.
He probably saw some shit. He probably saw some shit and was like, "Oh, nah."
Yeah, he probably was smoking crack or something one day. Seeing his crackhead friend probably rape a little girl or a little boy or something. Like that.
He was like, "Yo, I'm not letting it go down like this."
Yeah. Shout out to anybody that fights that type of crime, man.
Facts.
Sexual assaults, especially on children, man. You gotta stop that.
Yeah, Ash having some technical difficulties on her, and I don't know what's going on. I think her power went out.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It has been storming all day in Richmond, though.
It has been.
Is she in Richmond?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm the only one not in Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up here in the Nova. In the Nova. In the DMV, as they call it.
Do you like that?
Do I like what?
The acronym?
The acronym?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care. I mean,
I feel like DC people hate it the most.
I think it's really like I mean, but here's the thing, right?
Yeah, because they're DC.
No. Listen, the problem with that acronym that I have, and that probably a majority of people in this area have, is that acronym is never used in its proper context.
Go on.
The DMV does not make up all of DC, all of Maryland, or no, it does. It is all of DC, but it's not all. It's not all of Maryland, and it's not all of Virginia. It's the it's like that
DC.
metropolitan
Southern
area.
Maryland.
You know what I mean? If
The
you're
tri-state.
Southern Maryland area,
and technically how it really rock is like even where I live is not the Nova, because if your neighbor, if you don't have a metro line here, if you don't have a metro line hit you, you are not part of the DMV. Like that's how I see it, and that's how like when it was actually explained to me, you know, this is what the DMV is. I was like, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I always thought of it that way. Like I always thought it was DC, the whole of DC, Northern Virginia, like really, you know what I'm saying, coming down 95, and then like Southern Maryland area. And
see, and that's the other thing, like there's a lot of Northern Virginia that does not make up the DMV. There's a lot of it,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
It's,
like,
it's confusing.
You get out of like it, and it's extending now. You know what I mean? But it's whatever.
And then Richmond got its own brand now, and then they're turning the Hampton Roads. They're not even calling it Hampton Roads no more. It's just the 757. Yeah. So it just doesn't. That's Hampton Roads is all the 7 cities.
And I thought it was called the 7 cities.
There's 7 cities there.
Yeah, you got it.
What is the classification of a city? I'm gonna look it up.
Nah, don't do that.
Nah, classification.
We're getting off topic, and I mean, like the reason why I was the reason why it sparked my mind when you said the DMV is some interesting occurrences have been occurring in the DMV and in surrounding areas over the past couple of days, and it surrounds the topic of consent and coercion.
Okay, let's get into it.
You know what I mean? And this is even discussed outside of the DMV as well. I think the conversation actually kind of got sparked with one of the guys that worked at Duce Palooza party, Chris Styles. He was accused of sexual assault, sexual coercion, using basically getting his Harvey Weinstein on, if you ask me. And he wasn't offering movie roles in exchange for sex. He was offering up Duce Palooza tickets.
Duce Palooza tickets. Did it come with bottles of Duce too?
It don't even matter.
It don't matter.
It don't even matter. He was just using power against them, or perceived power against them.
I just don't understand in this day and age why dudes still think they get away with that shit. And then why are you even doing it? Like, if you already have a position of power, if women will naturally be attracted to you just off of that.
Not necessarily. No.
Most of the time, on your person. I mean, of course, your personality matters, but I'm saying most women are attracted to men that carry themselves in a certain way. So if you are in a position of power, you will attract a lot of women, and it might not necessarily be the women that you want, but it's going to attract women. But it still don't put you in no position to take advantage. I'm not at all with that shit.
No, you're right about that. Sure. I mean,
yeah, Ash had to drop off.
Because I think about it, a lot of these situations are coming from, like, it might not be Chris Styles' situation, but his situation is, I have something, you know what I'm saying, that you want. They want it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's naturally attracting the women because they know who he is, his position. But then him knowing that, he's taking advantage of it by trying to get sex out of them.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. If just because women are seeing that you have something to offer and they're going to take advantage of what you have to offer, that doesn't mean that they have to give you some ass in return. Like that
doesn't have to be the exchange.
That's completely preposterous. It's disgusting. It's devilish. It's fiendish. It's I can't think of. I can think of more words to describe it, but it's gonna take us too long. It's gonna start turning into an Action Bronson song. Shout out to Ghostface Killer, by the way. He got Action out of there at the Hit Factory last weekend, but we ain't talking about that right now. We ain't talking about that. But anyway, it's a little something that we started working on. We'll fill you in after we're done recording. But perhaps I'm sure you want to be involved with it. But we'll keep it on topic. because this is the last thing we're gonna be talking about for this episode. But
right.
I mean, that shit is just dusty behavior, man. Overall, dog. Like you can't be trying to use your position to get sex out of women. I mean, it's just simple and plain. Like if these girls is attracted to you sexually and they want to give you some ass, and that's what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You should never have to force that issue. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this whole Twitter campaign of actually exposing these guys that may not even be of the notoriety of a Chris Styles has popped up over the past couple of days. Seen a YouTube, not a YouTube page, a Twitter page titled DMV Rapist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's been a lot of accusations being placed forth about a lot of young men in the community. Most of them black guys. Seen a few white guys, couple Spanish guys here and there, but for the most part, it's young black men. And it's been a really disappointing thing to see take place. You know what I mean? Not because this is getting put on blast. I'm of 100% agreement that this does need to be highlighted and discussed, and this needs to get put to the forefront. But it's just so like shocking to see the stories after story after story after story, and it's just like, oh my god! Like one screenshot I saw. This was on the Instagram side of things. One of the guys that was actually accused of sexually assaulting a young lady, he proceeded to contact this lady and tell her, "Yeah, I raped you and I'll rape you again."
Yeah, nah, that's
just and
how many piece of shit are you?
Not only are you a fucking scumbag piece of shit, like filthy human being, you just gonna openly admit to committing a felony on social media? Really? Like
that's wild.
It's delusional behavior, and all of this shit is due to the delusional behavior. It's a every girl want me kind of nigga, and it's like, yo, bro, that's just simply not true.
It's not true, bro.
Just fall the fuck back, bro.
No matter how much money you got,
it's not even the money thing. Every encounter don't got to be a sexual encounter, bro. We just have a conversation.
Exactly.
But then you have motherfuckers that,
bro, it's crazy to where it's like it's to the point where females feel like they can't be friends with guys, like can't be genuinely friends with guys.
I mean,
and that shit should happen. You should be able to have females that are just your friends, bro, like that are just your friends. And if they don't want to have anything to do with you sexually and you attracted to her, bro, leave that shit alone. Because you're gonna put yourself in a position where
no,
fucked up shit's gonna happen.
It's not even all the way necessarily leave it alone. You could express how you feel, and then when shorty says nah, fall the fuck back, bro.
That's what I mean by leave it alone. Not leave her alone. Like that, don't try to be friends with her. But I'm saying, like, if that's gonna be an issue for you, leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You can't get past the fact that you attracted her to her, and you can't just be friends. And you know what I mean?
Nah, don't leave that alone.
Leave it alone.
Go get some help, man. Go get some help and find out why you're incapable of doing that. Get some help.
Like through what? Through a therapist?
Whatever it gotta be. Sure, start there. Sure, why not? Start there. You know, like you gotta know you also gotta know you got a problem before you.
Yeah, you gotta recognize it. You gotta recognize it. Or somebody gotta tell you.
Yeah.
You can't always catch it yourself. Sometimes I tell you.
Your approach is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that girl done told you like 4 or 5 times she don't like you. You know what I'm saying? But you keep trying to be her friend. You know you like her though. So you know what I mean. You gotta check your homies too.
And I mean, I guess when it's all said and done,
if that's the case, and most of us get to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm around people that I already know I'm secure with as far as my friendships, that I don't have to check them on no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have no dudes around me like that. But for you younger guys, check your damn friends, yo. You 21, you 18 to 25, 26, 27-year-old dudes, like, for real. Keep closing your circle because them people like that, you got to either check them or kick them to the curb. What's up?
Is that a growing thing, though? I want to say no because all of us isn't like that, but you can't treat nobody like as a monolith. So maybe it's like a behavioral thing and growing up and seeing like going through life. You gotta see like, yo, I cannot be moving like that. Like I look crazy.
Right, but then again, it's like it definitely goes back to like what's around you, your environment. You know what I'm saying? What are the men around you doing? Like, do they make this seem okay to you? You know what I mean? So
yeah, but when you 18,
but if you 18, there should like if you don't got nobody older in your life, like kind of like shepherding you along, I feel bad for you. You know what I mean? And
yeah, you need an OG.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, you definitely need somebody that was 18 before and can kind of tell you like, hey, look, man, these are the kinds of things that you're gonna run into, and you need to know how to respond accordingly and appropriately, so you don't catch a felony, and so you're not a registered sex offender for the rest of your life. And you gotta go live in fucking the sex assault trailer park out in Florida that I saw in 60 Minutes Australia, because that exists.
I don't want to laugh at that. I don't.
I'm not trying to be. I'm not being funny.
I know you're not being funny. That was a wild sentence.
I tried to tell y'all about 60 Minutes Australia. Y'all tried to fry me at the beginning, but it's very important content.
Bro, I'm gonna watch it.
Very important content.
Please send that link.
Nah, but yeah, like, I mean, yeah. One thing I would just say, man, like,
bro, consent is when
it's mandatory.
It's paramount. It's paramount.
It's mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
It's paramount in every situation.
Like, and man.
Yeah.
And my well wishes go out to anybody that is currently like in an abusive relationship, was abused in the past at some point. Feel for you. We hope you get the help that you deserve and that you need. You know what I mean, to continue to grow. And I wouldn't say put this.
And I don't know, and I can't.
But elevate from this. You know what I mean? Because when you're I'm quite sure that when you're the victim of an assault like that, it can really bring you to a low place. So I hope that a lot of the young ladies and guys too, because there's a couple guys there. There's a couple guys. I hope that I was
gonna say on the
flip side, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too, bro. On the flip side, like, yeah, we don't. You know what I'm saying? You're a piece of shit if you've done this shit and you've done it to multiple women and you continue to do it. But like,
that's the important part.
People should change. People should have chances to change. People should actively go out, seek therapy for these things. And you know what I'm saying? If you're raping women, you need to go to jail. I mean, obviously, but I feel like a lot of this shit comes from environments, you know what I'm saying? Dudes not knowing how to speak to females, not having gotten taught how to speak to females, and not even really tried. You know what I'm saying? Not really honestly gave it a try.
In the case of Chris Styles, he couldn't handle no on any level. He was leaving girls out in the middle of the fucking street, abandoning them. This motherfucker's a grade A piece of shit.
Fact.
And Sunday, what, you got to be almost 30, 35, maybe. I don't know. There's no excuse for it though.
It doesn't. Yeah, there is no.
I seen a dude Blogzilla too. I seen a dude Blogzilla that does the all the big interviews.
He's doing it too.
Yes, bro. There's a whole stream. That's the first person name I saw. I saw his, and then I saw Chris Styles. But yeah, they going in. They going in on him right now.
A lot of people that's in like the creative space, they use like the veil of potential opportunities to try to weasel some sex out of a young lady, and that shit needs to stop. But unfortunately,
It's corny. It's so corny, yo. And
I can't really
you putting these women
see
in
a
a position
future
where they feel
where
like they
it's gonna
have to
stop.
do it in order to get to the next level. Like, why is that why is that still operated like this ain't Hollywood? Like, this ain't period. It just don't need to go down. But it's definitely bad. It's bad and sad to see that.
To me, I boil it down to a power thing. They just want power.
Power.
Yeah, it's an ego and power thing.
Fact.
I think that's what I feel is why they do. You can't. Who are you to tell me no? Who are you to not be letting me do this to you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's the brass tacks of it.
Yeah, I really think it's actually
my audio. I'll be right
I really think it's actually like about sex.
Yeah, I think it's a power thing.
Nah, it can't be. It's definitely like a like you said no to me, like you know who I am, like type of business. You know what I mean? But
you know what I could do for you.
Exactly. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But
this is too somber of a note for me, man.
It is what it is. But we can
eat shit and die slow.
We could wrap it up. You know what I mean? From here.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna send y'all them links to 60 Minutes Australia so y'all could get caught up on that.
I already got it saved on my YouTube right now.
But,
I'm definitely gonna check that out.
But so Oktane, yeah, thanks for coming to visit, man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for.
I know you got
both y'all.
I know you got your ad up on the screen, but I mean, tell them where else they could find you at and all that good shit.
My handle's the same across the board. Oktane, the underscore is different on Twitter, but that's it. OKTANE, Instagram, Twitter. I'm active, so hit me up. And also Henny and Coke the same way. Henny, HENNY, the letter N, and then COKE underscores on Instagram and Twitter. But type it in, it'll pop up.
Yeah. Make sure y'all jump on his live feed tonight because this comes out
Sunday.
Because this comes out on Sunday night. So this podcast actually comes out on Sunday morning.
Oh, word.
Sorry.
I got two things to promote on Sunday.
Sunday mornings now. So if you're watching this, make sure you jump on that Henny and Coke live stream. I'm gonna be on there talking some shit. So
what you guys got going down over there?
Starting up at 7:30. We just basically transitioned our podcast over to Instagram Live.
Okay.
So we're doing it on live. Have people come on and freestyle and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real hip hop. Talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. I gotta rap.
No. You don't have to rap. No.
I can.
I'm about to say, if you want to rap, you can rap.
I bet.
You don't have to rap.
You're not gonna rap.
I'm gonna kick some bars. I got you.
Hey,
I got you. With
it. What's up, Kim? You gonna hop on too?
No, I'm not rapping, bro. I'm not a rapper.
How many people ask you to rap every time you around? Like, yo, Kim, you
in my life, quite a lot of people, but it's a very few that say that now. But I'm not rapping, dude. No.
Cam got to do a spoken word album like Big Body Best.
Yo, I feel like Cam got one of the voices. He could definitely do that, bro. Like, he could definitely get you through like a nice spoken word joint, drop some jewels on, you know what I'm saying? Good affirmations.
Nah, I'll be hearing him on the Mutant Academy interludes.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
Crazy. Him and Nitty Blanco.
Oh, you heard that one too? I was really outside with my shirt off.
You ain't low. We know your voice.
It's like, bro, I've been doing a podcast with you. Of course, I know it. Like, come on, yeah. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. This has been episode 7. Thanks for watching, listening, and having a good time with us. You know what I'm saying?
It's great chopping it up with y'all for sure, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks again for coming, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully somebody that's listening or watching this learn something at the end of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Learn not to be a piece of shit.
Basically.
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit, man. Respect the women. Respect the women.
Your mother will be ashamed of you.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. Fucking asshole.